the 2012 MTV Video Music Awards
with Monty.
So I'm sitting with GOTYE right now at the VMAs backstage, and I got to say congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you.
I think you're so interesting. Tell me about recording in your parents' barn. What was that like?
It was sometimes lonely, sometimes exciting, always challenging. It's not a very good studio space, so I didn't really pick a very good audio environment in which to record, but it was convenient and very positive in other ways.
How was it positive? Tell me, because I think it probably provided some really interesting background noise. You know, I love noise.
Yeah. A lot of contemporary recordings are lacking noise.
Yeah.
It adds a certain ambience that a lot of records don't have anymore. So
I agree.
As much as sometimes I'd be trying to avoid it because, there's a lot of background noise in that barn you can't avoid, like crows landing, scratching on the tin roof.
That is hilarious.
Cars driving at 100 kilometers per hour at the front of the front of the barn, and frogs at night. It seemed I'd have to have a very small window during the middle of a day to either not be affected by hot or cold weather, frogs or crickets, birds, or heavy traffic.
You need to record in Puerto Rico. We have a frog called the coqui.
Right.
And it sings at night, and it's actually all you hear when you walk out at night is coqui. It's beautiful, and it would be interesting to record something.
I would love to go.
I'm just giving you a master musician a recording tip.
Well,
because that's
I appreciate
how I roll.
it. I have been thinking about traveling to make my next record, so maybe Puerto Rico is a destination.
It's beautiful there. Actually, have you ever been?
No, never.
Well, that's where I was born and raised, and you would adore it. I know that you grew up fiddling with music and instruments your whole life. What would you tell a kid that's sitting in the car right now listening to this interview if they want to be a musician? What kind of inspiring words would you have for that kid? Because, there's a lot of schools right now that don't even have music programs, and kids don't get a chance to explore. It
is a shame. Thankfully, I guess, especially at least if you have any support, hopefully, from your parents or your family, you can explore a lot yourself. You can get a private music teacher, or you can get online, you can download software. You can use electronic instruments. You can buy a cheap instrument and just start experimenting and really just, if you just listen closely and watch closely, the internet is really amazing for just being able to give you a portal to lots of inspiring ideas.
I also want to know about finding your dad's artwork in that old barn and how that became a cover for your album.
I was cleaning out some stuff that they'd had in boxes for years, and there was, a bunch of letters and newspapers, postcards, bills. And I was sort of running the things that seemed more personal by them. And then I came across this little piece of paper with some watercolor and pencil art on it. And, I thought it was really beautiful. It struck me immediately. But it took me a few months to decide that it felt right for the album. But, I did a bit of tinkering in Photoshop with it. And Dad was a bit unsure. Kind of one of the reasons it had been forgotten was because he didn't think very much of the piece.
Yes, that's what's crazy is when you think about how many years ago he did that piece and how little he thought of it, that he stored it in a barn, and now it became the cover of this huge album. It's #1 in how many countries on iTunes? It's disgusting. I mean, honestly, did you think it was going to be that big?
Oh, not at all. I was just very happy to just be able to be releasing my record outside Australia because I've been working towards that for a while.
Well, I think it's something beautiful when you connect with people on that level. You've really done something well when you move people so much around the whole flippin' world.
It's
Elvis.
crazy.
That's huge. So congratulations to you. Congratulations on this awesome nomination.
Thanks, Monty.
Hope you win.
Cheers.
The 2012 MTV Video Music Awards
with Monty. My 103.9.
Not losing any sleep. I picked up every piece and landed on my feet.
My 103.9.